So, West Place Animal Sanctuary has just gotten a contract from the town that we're located in to take over as the town's stray and loose dog pound. It's been with another organization for a long time, but the town was looking to make their program better. And based on what we have to offer, we were chosen to make it better. So in this building, we need to gut and do a major renovation. This is where we are going to turn what is a storage garage into a state-of-the-art dog kennel, and everything is going to be brand new. But we have a long way to go to get this building to become what we need it to be to make it the best kennel we can. We are in the brand new kennel that serves the town of Tiverton and the town of Little Compton. It was pretty quick. It was very unexpected. It wasn't planned. It wasn't in our budget for this year, but we were approached by someone in town who told me that the organization that had the town dog kennel for 25 years no longer wanted to do it. And neither the town of Tiverton nor the town of Little Compton have any kind of shelter. There's no other vet care facility in both of those towns, and neither police department has an attached lost dog kennel. So when a town small like these two needs to contract that out, they need to find an organization that's capable of doing it. Once we applied for it, in order, I think, to really make our best pitch to get the agreement and to be able to do this for the town, we had to already have this prepared. So it was a very hairy situation because our board and I decided that we would go ahead and take the chance and we would build this as we were applying for it so that we could show the town that we were ready. I don't think that they would have let us do anything like this just on spec or on a promise. We had to have it ready to go. Early this spring, when we learned about this, we all agreed that this building had to be turned from a storage facility into this brand new, beautiful kennel. But we had to find the people to do it. And because it wasn't in the budget, we couldn't hire anybody. So I did a little bit of grant writing to try to see if we could get some money for it. Again, it was last minute, so that makes it very difficult. So what it came down to is I spent every day here, March, April, May, and most of June, gutting and renovating this building, mostly myself. One of our volunteers, Dave, helped for a couple days. That was great that Dave did that. And I recruited my husband, who he's got his own job and his own career, but he spent nights and weekends helping me with electric and a lot of the hard construction that just takes more than one person. But for the most part, I lived in this building and I probably put hundreds of hours making this happen. So fortunately, we're all a little bit handy here and we have the capability of doing things like that. But there's still a lot of this building that's not done. We need to put in a heat source before winter time. We need to weatherproof the building. So we've treated it for the animals, the rodents, all of that. It's in good condition now. We rebuilt a lot of the termite-eaten and carpenter ant-eaten walls, but we still have a lot more to do before the winter sets in. We tried to minimize our spending, but we know we still have more to do, and some of it has to be done by professionals. And we are hoping that we'll get all of our supporters to kick in and open their checkbooks and open their pocketbooks and help us make up all the money that we had to put out so that we don't end up in the red this year. We need to balance our budget. We're doing a really great thing for these two wonderful and amazing towns in our area, but we had to pay to do it. So we need to make sure that we're able to sustain ourselves while we're giving back to the local area. We think so far we've spent about $10,000 in materials and supplies, in repair work, carpentry, the ant treatment, the termite treatment, putting in new lighting, redoing the electrical, all the painting from ceiling to floor. We were very lucky that some of our cabinets got donated by one of our board members, but of course all these kennels are new. We had some kennels that we use that are very similar to this for our wildlife care, but they're out in the weather, they've been out there for years, they're for wildlife. We didn't want to put the town's dogs in those. So we did still have to spend a lot of money to make sure that we had all the items that we needed to get this going. We are getting reimbursed by the towns for the dogs that we take in and that we help, but when you run the numbers between the kennels, the bedding, the food, the treats, the toys, we give them minor medical care. We've done everything from flea treatments to clipping their nails, to bandaging minor wounds. It's a lot of extra manpower hours on our part, and we are even going to have to bring somebody else on to hire someone to help out with all the additional work. So yes, we are getting reimbursed by the towns, and the towns are wonderful, but frankly speaking, it's pennies on the dollar for what it should be. The town of Little Compton, for example, I think pays $4 a kennel, and they only have 3 kennels, so that's $4 a day for each kennel that has dogs. It's not a lot of money. You can figure that out. It's barely a few $1,000s a year, and it's a lot of work for a few $1,000s.